Welcome to Danny's podcast on technology. I'm your host, Daniel Parente, here to talk all things tech and keep you plugged into the latest innovations and trends on the market. As professional writer and professor in the field of technology, my goal is to break down complex technology topics into bite-sized discussions for everyone. Grab a snack, settle in, and let's have some fun. The cloud basically means storing data and accessing apps and software online instead of on your own computer. I know it might sound kind of boring, but stick with me, because cloud computing is actually changing everything about technology behind the scenes in some super exciting ways. Experts say it's going to keep advancing really fast over the next decade. So on this 9th episode, let's talk about what we can expect next from the cloud. I'll give you a sneak peek at some of the cool innovations coming that will change how all businesses use technology. First up, get ready for way faster cloud platforms that are also smarter and more flexible than ever before. Today's cloud services are already pretty quick. You can save a file to the cloud and access it again instantly from your phone. But over the next 10 years, experts think cloud computing power is going to multiply like crazy. We're talking speeds fast enough to do stuff like play massive online video games with people all over the world, or have millions of devices and sensors connected on the internet, sending data to the cloud to analyze. Seriously mind-blowing power! Now, all that number crunching going on behind the scenes does take a ton of electricity. So companies like Microsoft and Google are also racing to run cloud data centers on 100% clean energy from wind, solar panels, and more over the next few years. The cloud will help clean up business tech while making it faster at the same time. Pretty sweet combo. Oh, and get this! The cloud is going to get way smarter too! Engineers are working on adding artificial intelligence into cloud services. For example, AI assistants will be able to automatically detect when a company needs more cloud servers and ramp them up instantly. Or when things calm down after the holidays, for instance, the AI can shut off extra cloud computers on its own to save money. No more needing to guess how much capacity or tech to book in advance. The AI helpers will basically handle all the boring management stuff in the background 24/7, while the humans focus on bigger ideas and innovations. Now let's talk about how the cloud will start fitting businesses like a glove by customizing specifically for each industry. In the next couple years, we'll see tailored clouds emerge for finance, manufacturing, healthcare, and pretty much any sector you can imagine. These industry-specific platforms will have software and tools pre-installed to help companies in those fields operate faster. For a healthcare cloud, it'll cover stuff like keeping sensitive patient records extra secure. But for an auto manufacturing cloud, it'll have different programs for running complex machinery and tracking vehicle parts supply chains. Instead of reinventing the wheel, companies can tap into these pre-made cloud kits filled with exactly what they need most. It's like switching from a boring spreadsheet to apps on our phones that are way easier to use. The cloud gets an instant upgrade to fit companies like a glove. Now, what if businesses could blend the flexibility of public cloud services while still keeping some ultra-secure data stored privately? Well, hybrid cloud architectures will make that possible. Companies are increasingly realizing they don't have to choose between just private or public cloud computing. Over the next decade, more workloads will happen across a mix of both connected together. Legacy finance software from the 90s, for example, can stay safely locked away on private servers. But AI analytics tools could still access that data living on the public cloud. We get the best parts of each world. This hybrid combo keeps control over sensitive assets while still allowing teams to leverage cutting-edge cloud services rapidly spinning up. I'm imagining tech that moves data between private and public clouds as effortlessly as clicking between apps on our phones. Beyond faster and smarter platforms that are customized and hybrid, the cloud is set to take tons of emerging tech into the mainstream over the next 10 years. Remember those million devices sending data I mentioned before? Well, that ties into another big trend called the Internet of Things, or IoT for short. This means connecting everyday objects like cars, appliances, and even basketballs to the internet. The cloud will securely process massive floods of IoT data and analyze it instantly using AI. We'll finally have smart homes that actually seem smart. Oh, and virtual reality worlds will stream to simple VR headset using the cloud's online rendering power too. Cloud will fuel innovations like digital twin replicas of entire cities, factories, and supply chains as well. Plus, cloud will definitely be crucial for new stuff like blockchain, quantum computing, and even the metaverse later on. So in summary, it's going to get fast, it's going to get smart. It'll be tailored to any industry you can think of. And innovations on the horizon from IoT to VR and more will all leverage the cloud. Of course, with huge technology upgrades like this, things don't change overnight. The experts predicting this think companies need to start preparing cloud strategies now to smoothly ride the wave of upgrades ahead. Just like you'd study before a test in school, savvy leaders are already thinking 5+ years ahead to when cloud transformation hits full speed. Doing your homework sets you up for an A+ when the future arrives. All right, let's recap everything we learned today. We talked about how over the next decade, the cloud will provide way more power to handle tons of data and demanding apps online. It's going to get smarter thanks to artificial intelligence handling all kinds of tedious management tasks automatically. The cloud will also become more customizable for companies in every industry you can imagine through tailored tools and platforms. Hybrid models will mix the best aspects of public and private environments too. And perhaps most interesting is that the cloud will provide vital infrastructure to turn emerging innovations from virtual reality to IoT data and more into everyday realities in the very near future. So in 10 years, we may not walk around with personal flying cars yet. But thanks to the cloud, we'll have self-driving vehicles, smart assistant robots in our homes, and immersive digital worlds for gaming and remote learning. The future is coming quick thanks to this tech revolution happening quietly behind the scenes. And that wraps up another fun and hope-interesting episode of Danny's podcast on technology. As always, hit subscribe and ding that notification bell to join me next time. I had a blast geeking out over today's topic with you all. Feel free to connect on social media with any questions, comments, or suggestions for future episodes. I can't wait to connect more in the comments and bring another dynamic technology conversation your way soon. Until next time, my fellow tech heads, this is your host signing off. Stay curious and keep looking forward, my friends. The future awaits.